There's a certain kind of batsman who doesn't need to hit you for 6 to scare you. He just doesn't get out. He finds gaps you didn't know existed. And quietly, he takes your entire bowling lineup apart. That was Desmond Haynes. Over 8,000 ODI runs, 17 international hundreds, and a game built on timing, patience, and just enough aggression to make bowlers pay. He did not need to intimidate like Viv Richards. He just made sure his team never lost because of him. And on 17th of January 1984, he did exactly that, single-handedly dragging West Indies to victory with one of the finest hundreds of his career. West Indies won the toss and, true to the swagger of that era, they decided to bat first. Haynes came out to open with Richard Gabriel, and honestly, the start went horribly wrong. Gabriel fell almost immediately, and if that wasn't bad enough, Richie Richardson followed him soon after. And just like that, West Indies were wobbling at 24 for 2. Two batsmen gone, panic setting in, and Australia sensing blood in the water. But here's the thing about Desmond Haynes. Chaos was basically his invitation to take over. He weathered the storm, absorbed the pressure, and slowly started turning the innings around. Starting with a pull shot off Rackman that never even cleared the boundary. But he and his partner ran the 4 anyway. From there, Haynes just kept adding layers to his innings. And honestly, it was like watching an artist at work. The flicks were gorgeous. The pulls were an absolute clinic. The drives looked like they belonged in a coaching manual. And the cuts? Smart, precise, almost surgical. And here's what made it special. This wasn't Haynes just swinging recklessly and hoping for the best. This was controlled aggression. He knew exactly when to attack and exactly when to simply guide the ball and rotate strike. Every run Haynes scored, he earned the hard way. And yet, through wickets tumbling at the other end, Haynes simply refused to leave. He stayed and kept scoring until finally it happened. A flick of the pads for a couple, the bat raised high, and the crowd on their feet. A hard-fought, magnificent 100. And this is where the innings really hits different. Apart from Clive Lloyd's 40, no other West Indies batsman crossed 20. Not Viv Richards, not Jeff Dujon, nobody. Let that sink in. Arguably the most feared batting lineup in world cricket, and Haynes was the only one who turned up. He did not just top score, he single-handedly carried the innings on his back. Chasing 224 to win, Australia gave it a real go, but in the end, they fell short, restricted to 195, and just like that, another chapter was added to the legend of Desmond Haynes. 24 for 2, legends crumbling around him, and Haynes just stood there and refused to leave. That's not luck. That's a batsman deciding his team simply wasn't allowed to lose. That was Desmond Haynes in a nutshell. Never the loudest name next to Vivian Lloyd, just quietly doing the work. And honestly, this knock might be the best innings of his career. So next time someone talks up the great West Indies lineups of the 80s, bring up the 17th of January 1984, the day Haynes walked out at 24 for 2 and made sure Australia never stood a chance. And if you want to see his opening partner go completely nuclear, check out our next video on how Gordon Greenwich tore England apart.